Hi everyone.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Welcome to my channel. I'm Channing. Today we are doing a very special Q&A vlog with me and Tristan. Say hello.
Hi guys, I'm Tristan.
Welcome Tristan over to my channel. And for our Q&A we have our one and only remoderator,
Nice.
Marshall T, back in the headset where he belongs. I know y'all have missed Marshall in the past couple vlogs. He's been too busy for me, that's all I can say. So,
You know, he was feeling a little bit shy before this, and you know, I think once that big red button gets clicked and it's time for game time, he really
knows how to turn it on for the camera.
he steps into himself, I think. And he gets shy, but you know, he really comes out of it.
He does. He always says, like, if we're about to film a TikTok, he's like, no, I don't want to do it. The second that flash and that camera comes on him, he lights up like a Christmas tree on the 4th of July.
Just like a button, huh?
Don't you?
At Rockefeller Center.
So I'm showing him how to utilize my question box from Instagram and my YouTube comments. So thank you everyone for the question. So we're gonna start from the top. Basically, this is just a little background Q&A. I don't like that coming out right behind my head. A little background Q&A.
You put that chicken in there so you could get some orders, didn't you?
No, I have a lot of orders right now, but DM me if y'all want one, thanks. The number one question we got from all areas was what, Marshall? Tell them, speak into the camera.
How did you two meet, you two?
Yeah, so we're gonna give a little background on that today. That is the burning hot number one question that
Everybody
we have.
kind of wants to know, and everybody wants to find out.
So let me just kind of give y'all the little rundown, and then I'll let you tell the actual story.
Okay.
So Tristan and I are from the same hometown, Montgomery, Alabama.
Metropolis.
Boom.
Nice.
Capital of dreams, capital of Alabama. We went to two different high schools, kind of down the road from each other, rival high schools, some might even say.
Channing.
Well, and so therefore we weren't really friends in high school or growing up, even though we lived like in the same neighborhood as each other. So that's a God wink if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really go out and about in high school, like on the weekends and such. And you know this one did, so.
I randomly, did start going out a little bit younger. And so, to my surprise, that first time when I really like latched on with Channing, was one of the first nights maybe that she had gone out.
Yeah, exactly, because I was a little bit of a later bloomer in that area. And so because of that, we didn't really know each other in high school. So we linked out in college. We both went to Auburn University, War Eagle.
And War Eagle to y'all.
SEC. Marshall, that's from SEC school as well, but we'll get to you a little bit later.
And Marshall, feel free, when we're answering, you can also like
chime in
and say like, oh, how did that make you feel? Or like what?
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say it's good that you got the going out phase out of your system.
Right,
Exactly.
and I used to go out a lot.
We used to have fun.
We used to know how to have fun, and now I'm very glad that
Chill,
settled.
like, very settled.
I've settled down into my later ages.
So anyway, flash forward to Auburn. We were both freshmen at Auburn. Obviously at the same time, we're the same age. And then I'll let you tell, your favorite story about how we linked.
Channing.
It's true.
Okay, so, believe it or not, first nights of college, probably like, 1 to 2 weeks into it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, we should start from before
moving
that. Channing, when we were both moving into Auburn, I was, already getting involved because while I did go out a lot, I also did enjoy, getting involved and kind of impacting that community as best as I could. So I was already doing that. Channing saw, from day literal one.
Literally.
Channing from about maybe like a couple 100 feet saw me. She was moving in with her mom, and I was just on campus. And
my mom was helping me move in.
She was helping her move in, and she actually said, "There's that Tristan kid from Montgomery. I do not want to talk to him. We need to get in the car right now." So that was when we actually. That was actually when we first kind of saw.
We locked eyes, maybe. But this is what I'll say about that. Like, obviously, I am pretty social, but I kind of have to be in the mood to be social. So on moving day, that wasn't my mentality. I was more like, let's get all of these loads out of the car, get them kind of packed in, get everything settled.
And maybe I would have wanted to too. I
think he would have been a distraction, and I wasn't in a socializing kind of mood. That's the only thing. So that was phase one. We didn't really talk that day. Flash forward to next phase two. A couple weeks later, we were at it, going out.
I'm on edge. We're at the big psychedelic event, which is kind of every single every year at the beginning of the year we have the psychedelic date party.
Mm-hmm. A few of the sororities, like 3 sororities, come together, have this like big social, and then you bring a date. He was going with someone from another sorority.
Yes, because I'm just, oh my
Mr.
God.
Popular.
Mr. Popular. And at the time, believe it or not, I was kind of looking for a girlfriend. So, funny how things change.
What you mean?
I agree. And so, it was going on a couple date parties every now and then. And then we were at actually a pregame at this random
somebody's apartment
complex. I don't know who was. You know, my eyes just locked to my girl. You know, because I was looking for my girlfriend.
Right,
so,
of course.
And I just kind of walked up to Channing and I said, like, hey, like, are you not gonna go and say hey to me? Are you not gonna talk to me?
He literally was like, are you not gonna say hello? Like, that's the first words that came out of his mouth to me.
I think it's probably because, you know, I was on edge from, you know, her just ignoring me.
Oh, please.
You know, that was a couple weeks.
He's very friendly. You're going to do it an icebreaker. And again, like, this was one of my first times even going out, so I was maybe a little more quiet and nervous. So I appreciate that you said that to me.
I was probably, like, back in that time, I did a lot more shots than I do now. And so I had probably had, like, you know, 5, 6, 7 shots at that point, potentially.
You're feeling loosened up?
I was feeling loosened up and ready to go. You know, I will be shy as well a little bit, but at that point I had to go ahead and make my way over because I was actually ready to.
So I was just kind of like, hey, and guess what? Also, some people asked for like pictures, throwback pictures of us in college, so we collected a lot this morning that I will flash onto the screen. I have one, our first picture together at Psychedelic.
It was definitely something.
It was really special. I'm going to show it to Marshall for his live reaction.
Oh my god.
And I'll flash this on the screen for a little bit more of a clearer picture. But that was our first picture together.
Yeah, you look like you could have fit in at the Jersey Shore thing yesterday.
Very tan. That's where my name came from. Years of Palm Beach tans, #1 customer. That's all I'll say on that. Finally let that go a little bit, and I just use spray drops now.
Oh.
But, okay, so that's really how we met, and then we definitely connected more at the party that night. But then when we really hit it off was at the library a few weeks later. You know, some people go to the library to study. Speaking of Tristan being Mr. Popular, he went for the socialization aspect.
There's no way.
Yeah.
We did third floor social hour, so that was kind of where, like, everyone kind of went to cause a little bit of chaos. So
yeah,
we kind of always were over on
the library.
Yes.
On one of the floors was like there was a quiet floor, like the 4th floor. 3rd floor was like the social floor if you wanted to chat with people. So one night I was there with some of our friends, and he was at the table right next to us. And again, he said something like, "Well, hey," something like that. By the end of the few minutes that we were talking, he had started a group me, because group me's were big back then instead of like group messages with me and some of our friends. And then we just started popping off in there, and we took it from there, didn't we, Tristan?
We would go out, we would go to the library a lot, because, I could always say that I was at the library. I wasn't actually
studying,
doing much at the library, but I had a blast.
So yeah, we really connected a lot at college. I did want to throw in and mention, okay, so we became really good, like, social friends at Auburn. Like, we were close. I wouldn't say we were, like, best friends.
Right.
Just because I was, I was in a sorority, and you were very involved. You want to say all the stuff you were involved in?
I was involved in, like, our programming board, so I would help do, like, marketing for that and events and everything. And I wasn't in a fraternity, but I would go to all the date parties, etc. So we would kind of, like, collab at different opportunities and different times, and then on game days as well.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I have some game day pictures I'll show.
He loved that.
I'll do a little montage.
Montage magnifique.
And then I would say when we really latched to each other, like, as a one-on-one collaboration, was after I went to Auburn. I went to grad school in Birmingham at Samford, and this is the thing I told y'all, Marshall, I don't even know if you know this. I've always had a side hustle, and I always will. This is one of my favorite ones. In grad school, I was an Uber Eats driver.
I did not know that.
I'm always going to be doing something. I was babysitting, and I was an Uber Eats driver because I was just in school all the time. Like, I was making no money, so I had to do that. And it kind of, like, I liked it because it was easy to do, but it kind of scared me to just be driving to these random people's homes every night. Like, it was fine, but it just made me a little nervous. So every night that I would do it, I would call Tristan. He was living in Atlanta at the time, and so you'd be like getting home from work. I was like finished with my classes for the day.
She's clocking in.
Getting in my orange Fiat, driving around Birmingham, and I would call him and I was like, "Okay, I'm starting for the night. Like, I'm a little nervous," and he would stay on the phone with me for like 2 to 3 hours every single night while I was doing it.
Oh my God.
Like, hey, I got another order. Like, go pick it up. All right, I'm about to walk into this house. If I don't call you in 10 minutes, like, call the police. So we would just chat for just hours on end, like almost every single night.
I mean, I loved it. I always had a great time. We really got, sometimes I was a little bit scared because I didn't know where she was. So I'd have her location just like readily available to make sure we're all good.
He's on his phone. You're the moderator. You can't be on your phone.
I'm multitasking.
Okay, well, you need to lock in.
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
No, I mean, I had a great time. I was happy, for Channing getting that side hustle and making that money.
Making about $8 per order. Not a problem.
Did you ever get free meals?
Oh, God, no.
Oh, damn.
Did you have any scary
There was
happenings?
No, thankfully nothing scary. There was one time where I dropped it off at this house, and I left my phone in the car because I would always just go drop it off and run back in the car. And it was this family that I actually knew, like family friends, that I didn't know it was them until I got to the door. So they're like, Channing, oh my gosh, hey, like invited me in. So I was in there for like 15 minutes. And in the meantime, Tristan's calling my phone nonstop, like, hello, did something happen?
I got a little bit alarmed.
Which was sweet, because that's why I wanted you to be there on
Right.
call.
Yeah.
So that's our background and kind of where we are today.
And let's just say, I mean, we've been through so many journeys in these past, 10-ish years.
Right.
And, I wouldn't change any of it.
I agree. All right, Marshall has a question for us.
All right, Annie Lehman, sorry.
Love you,
asked,
Annie.
What's the funniest college night out story you two have together?
A lot of people wanted to know that, and we were talking about it too. We graduated in 2018, which was like so long ago, and we have so much stuff that happens to us nowadays that it's almost hard to even
trace back any of those memories.
Yeah, it's hard to remember what happened.
Oh, I could show that one video of you that I really like. I made it for, I think, Channing's birthday, and it's kind of a good
montage, another montage.
It's a great montage magnifique of her.
I don't even remember what happened during the night of this, but we were at like a fun type of party at the KA fraternity house, of course, always.
Which, of course, we're always there.
Always go there. And all I know is next day I didn't bring my shoes home, so I didn't have my shoes that I had been wearing.
Important part, and this is kind of like an ode to the current wedges, because of these were called OTBTs, which were very, very popular back in the day. You don't know OTBTs?
No, is that a wedge?
They're wedges, yeah.
They're basically a large wedge that pretty much everyone wore.
Yeah.
Ode to the wedges.
I guess.
Yeah, it's full circle.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I am the same person then that I was now. It just wasn't as well received kind of on a college campus.
Not now either.
Well, with those personalities, like sorority girls, fraternity boys, like no one was really getting me, except Tristan, really, which obviously I appreciated. So I guess I had slipped my shoes off one night due to probably foot pain. I don't care. My feet hurt.
Yeah, nothing new.
Exactly. So all I know is this wasn't the first pair of shoes I had lost. So I called Tristan the next day and I was like, I can't go to the KA house by myself now in the light of day. Can you please come with me and help me look for these shoes? Like, I need them.
We talked to a bunch of the different KA boys. We went into the house like daylight.
I was like digging through bushes outside.
Because apparently also that is a place where they find a lot of shoes.
Yeah.
Like they told us that, like there's OTBTs often.
Made me feel a little bit better.
Yeah, so she was able to, were you able to get your exact pair of shoes? No.
I think I got somebody else. But they were similar.
Right, so it's fine. I found the video in the meantime.
Okay.
And wonder what is going on inside their head. Do you ever look at someone and wonder?
So that is kind of a mix.
That was me in my college days.
A lot of it was, I think, part of my favorite. This one in particular, where Channing has the microphone, we were at
an 80 Pie Christmas party. I was an 80 Pie, by the way.
And so we were at that kind of event, and she had gotten the microphone from the band, leading a kind of screaming War Eagle, but the long like War Eagle, because at the beginning of all of our games, the eagle flies around.
War Eagle, hey, it's like that. I was holding it out.
Channing did that for about maybe like 3 minutes.
11 minutes. Whoa, kept going.
And like kind of really teasing and edging on that crowd.
Right.
And everyone was really loving it.
Maybe. Like another good story, that video reminded me when we were at Ole Miss one weekend.
Love that. Yeah.
Okay.
Channing was wearing this
denim jacket that had fringe coming off the arms.
Yeah, well, it was also important to note every single year we played Ole Miss on Halloween weekend, so we got to really, explore each other's campuses, but we would also do like Halloween costumes and then also going out, because good mixture of the two. Channing was wearing this large denim jacket with fringe on it. She was dancing in that video actually, and then a couple minutes later actually had caught herself on fire with a candle.
I leaned over a candle so the fringe, I guess, caught flame.
Immediate reaction, of course, would be to yell at me and tell me to do something.
Oh, like, Tristan,
do something. So I had grabbed just my hands that I had on my person and kind of clapped that fire out. Typically, that is kind of our relationship. Tristan, do something, even if I have no involvement in what's going on. I just need to step in.
The final college story I'm going to share before I let you move on to the next question that you're ready for is one time we had also tried.
Well, he's rolling his eyes.
I'm not rolling my eyes.
Do you want us to find a different moderator?
I'm ready.
Okay, well, we're going to share one more one more story really
Good.
quick. A lot of people ask for college stories, okay? One time we had gone to Nashville for a weekend to visit one of our friends, and we were out and about. But we went out and about with one of our friends, and they wanted to go home earlier than we did for some reason, randomly.
Wow.
Believe that or
Yeah.
not. So we were out
Sound like y'all.
late. I think we met someone else that you knew at the bar or something. Anyway, so we were out kind of late in Nashville. And I think we were at like a rooftop bar or something. All I remember is being on an elevator with this group of people, and they were kind of like more adults. We were probably like 21, 22. They were maybe like in their 30s.
Mm-hmm.
But we were like, good to see y'all, seriously, like all that kind of stuff to them. And they're like, we love y'all's energy. Oh my goodness, why don't y'all come with us to the next bar?
They also had like all of them were like decked out in designer kind of like handbags, everything.
And like tight dresses and heels and all this stuff, and we were in just like normal going out clothes, but we're like, they are so nice.
We
like,
love them.
So we're like, yeah, we'll come with y'all. So we went with them to the next bar, and I will say this too, because a lot of times we end up with random people that we didn't know, and it's a beautiful blessing that we are marked safe to this day, because you know that could always go wrong, but we're always also cognizant of our surroundings and look out for each other. Okay, that was just a cliff note. Anyway, so we end up going out with these people for a little while, and then do you want to say the big reveal that we somehow found out later during the night?
Well, we were like, they were with some guys as well, but we were really latching to the women of the group, and we were like, oh my god, how long have y'all like all known each other? Like, because we were introducing ourselves, and then they proceeded to let us know they had met those gentlemen that evening, and they did a big shopping spree of all those handbags that they were wearing as well. And so they were doing swingers, which is now making sense why they liked us.
Right.
Because
They
I
were
think they were
swingers.
wanting us to join in on their large.
I think what happened, like, I think we were with them, and then like maybe two of the women started like making out, and we were
So
like,
we kind of, our eyes just started kind of really understand what was kind of going on.
It took a minute, and then we got that 360 bird's eye POV of we are with a group of Nashville swingers.
So, and you know, they were really sweet. We had a great time with them. We had to leave pretty shortly.
after hearing that
discovering.
news, yeah.
Yeah, and you would think that y'all wouldn't act like you know strangers all the time, but you still continue to do that today.
We're friendly. We can't help
So-
that. Next question.
Claire, sorry with the last
Let
name,
me see.
Salemi.
You could just do initial as well.
Yeah, Claire S.
Claire S. She asked, "What's the biggest fight you guys have had?"
A lot of people ask that too, of like, what do we fight about?
You just bicker like all the time. Like not like all the time, but like it is just like back and forth, and we just like one of us thinks that we're mad, but we're not actually mad, but we'll give like a little bit of a smidgen of an
It's
attitude.
more like almost like a sibling thing where it's just literally bickering. We're so truly so personality styles, like yeah, we have the same sense of humor and that kind of thing, but complete opposite. Like I'm very OCD. Like if you open his phone, go see how many unopened texts you have right now. This is a good
exercise.
Good exercise. How many unopened texts do you have right now?
811.
Yes, 811. Marshall, go see how many I have. Oh, actually I have two right
Two.
now because we've been filming. I typically don't have any. I don't like to have any notifications on my phone. So just like, even today he wanted to go to lunch. He was like, I don't have any room in my car. It's so messy. I'm like, clean your car out then.
And I did.
Clean it out. Like just take some stuff out. Throw some stuff away. So I get mad at him for little things like that. What do you think you get mad at me about? Being too bossy? I know I am bossy.
Bossy. She's also like, I'm also, if I'm ever, I'm kind of more like, not more urgent, but like when I want to go somewhere, like I'm ready to go, and she kind of likes to like take her time a little bit, so she gets, and I walk too fast, so I hate when she tells me that I walk too fast.
He's like power walk.
Yeah, which is crazy.
And I'm a lady, so it takes me longer to get ready to go places.
Yeah, she's put her glam on and things like that.
Hope you understand.
I do.
The good thing is too though, you know, I'm a really big communicator and you are too, so we typically just talk it out. Like some people brush it under the rug. We talk that out.
It's gonna be like next day or even night of kind of like conversations.
We'll get that resolved and we're gonna speak on it.
Thank you, Chloe I, for the question.
Chloe I, next question.
What TV show / movie was most formative of your sense of humor?
This is what I always say. I don't even know if it was sense of humor, but more just like confrontational lifestyle, is that I started watching Real Housewives when I was in 6th grade.
That shaped you.
In 6th grade, I started watching Real Housewives of New York. I remember like Ramona came on the screen and her daughter was like, you can't wear that, Mom. Like, I don't know. And I was just like, it encapsulated me. And I was just like, wow. I would sit up in our playroom and just watch hours of Bravo when I was like 11 years old, probably. I mean, I think it maybe helped me be a little bit more confident. Like women speak and say what you want to say. So I appreciate that. But it also, I think, made me a little bit more aggressive as well. And maybe have a sense of humor too, because those ladies are funny also. That's me. Oh, I've always watched reality TV. Do you have one?
I guess like I do watch reality TV, but not as much as her, but I'll have that same kind of vibe on. I kind of did more of like the dramatics kind of side of things. So I did like Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder. It was like those shows that are like kind of going back and forth with the high drama. So that kind of mix as well, being the housewives and that kind of like Scandal pipeline. Oh, and I also love Veep. I feel like that's been one of my favorites.
Leah B.
Hi, Leah B.
How did you guys end up living in LA?
Because, so I kind of...
You lived in Atlanta.
I lived in Atlanta for a little bit after college, so we were still able to kind of like collab and interact.
Yeah.
She was in Birmingham, so it was
we would hang out a lot on weekends, travel to see each other.
It's pretty close. Everyone always thought either like I lived there or she lived where I lived because we were always there. And then I kind of started visiting LA more. We took a big trip to LA with some of our friends as well. And we both really loved it, so we kind of knew that.
I looked it up, it was 2019.
2019, we put a picture here. And then after that, I was like really ready to make the move after kind of like COVID-y times. And I was just like ready to kind of get my foot, do something different. I was kind of over Atlanta. I think I kind of grew out of it. It was very college all the time. I love my best friends there, but I had to like just kind of get that scenery change.
Right.
And so I jumped out here, stayed with Patricia a good bit, was able to move in with her.
2021.
21. Fell in love with it. Channing kept coming to visit too a couple times.
I came and visited you one time.
Sorry, I feel terrible. We would still kind of do like the back and forth, like talking every day situation.
Right.
And then, you know, push came to shove, and you know, we were like, we both probably need to just be here together, kind of.
September 2021, and then I moved here in April 2022. So yeah, he moved out here. I came and visited that like November. I'll flash another picture here. That's when I first met like obviously like Brooke and Patrick and Alexa and a lot of the friends. I'd only been once before that, and we just did more like touristy things. And when I came and saw like you actually living here and like friends that were like normal sweet people, I was like, I could actually envision myself here as well. And agreed with you, like agreed that I had like outgrown kind of Birmingham. Like I loved it, like my family is there and so many of my good friends, but everybody there is just kind of like getting like, they are married, they are doing babies, and so are we.
We are doing babies here too.
I don't know, it's just different like, kind of lifestyles. Not that I'm saying I wanted to continue just like a heavy partying lifestyle. I just wanted, first of all, it's better weather here. There's just more things to see and do. Like we went to Laguna the other day just at the drop of a hat. Like beautiful scenery, lots to see and do and explore.
And everybody, like all of our friends have different jobs and like different careers, so it's like you get to kind of look in to see what everybody does. Like a lot of the people in our hometown are like pretty similar in terms of like their day-to-day lives, and like none of us really have the same day-to-day.
Kate O asked
for
the story of how the friend group met.
How our LA friend group met.
Yes.
Okay, so Tristan was here first, so I'll let you kind of give the backstory on that.
Yeah, I got here, me and Patricia.
Also, by the way, sorry, I don't think we said this. Patricia went to Auburn too, so we knew her from Alabama.
She was kind of like, you know, that first latching piece, so really was lucky to have her. Then of course we met Matt, because they started dating when I was still in college, but she was still, she was already living here, so knew Matt. And then they were actually going out of town one weekend, and she said that a bunch of people that I knew or knew of were all going to Barney's. So that's a beanery. It's a beanery. Barney's is gonna be a beanery here. It's like a bar and restaurant. I kind of just went by myself, and I met up with like, that's the day I met Patrick, Alexa, Brooke, Alexa's boyfriend, Frankie had just moved here. We had just a bunch of people, and I kind of just dove right into it and got to chit-chatting. And then the next day, they were like, we're also gonna go to Halloween Horror Nights. And I was like, okay, great, I would love to. Actually, I hadn't met Brooke at that point, but Brooke said, she told the other group, she was like, they're like, we met this new guy named Tristan, he's gonna come to Halloween Horror Nights. And Brooke was like, I do not want to meet any more people. I don't want to meet someone else. So I walked in the door, and immediately we kind of also hit it off, and then I was just annoying as hell like the entire night. To my favor, but they enjoyed it as well. So kind of the rest was history, and then started making some group chats, started going out a lot more with the whole group.
So yeah, that's how you met, like Brooke, Patrick, Alexa. I mean, you already knew Patricia.
Yeah.
And then from there, Brooke knew Kat and Connor, like from obviously COVID time. So we met Kat through Brooke, and then Rhett through him as well.
Yeah.
I mean, her as well, really. And then Marshall was he's from Louisiana, so he knew kind of Frankie and some of our other friends from Louisiana. And then, like, last year, we had only kind of met out and about a couple times. I found out he was my neighbor.
Yes.
And he had a pool.
And Channing was walking down the street and I honked at her. She was completely thrown off. We went on a walk together because
He said,
of that.
yeah, he said, like, when are we going to go on a walk together? Kind of like what you said to me, too. And it was another one of those times I wasn't quite in the mood to socialize. But yeah, y'all, you know, made that initiative and I appreciate it. So then I started inviting him to about every single thing that I was doing, and if I needed any household chores done or anything like that.
We went from like adjacent going out friends to kind of like, you're going to need to be doing house chores, you're going to be moderator.
Me? Can you be my moderator?
Throw your cactus out.
Can I come to your pool? Look at us now and everything like that too.
And now you're dating.
Yay!
Rachel B asked.
It wasn't Rachel B, was it?
Hi Rachel B.
What is your most and least favorite thing about each other? Oh.
I'm sure Channing's going to be able to answer real quick what she doesn't like about me.
Tristan.
Should we guess what each other's are? Like I could say what I think yours.
Yeah, what do you think my least favorite thing about you is?
I think that you think that I make you go out a lot. Because I do. And I also don't think that you like how dirty I am.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, I like to go out a little bit to, like, you know, socialize here and there, but both of you two, and I wish you would get off your phone. I'm going to find you. These two can go out, and I kid you not, Thursday night, all night, till like 3, 4 a.m. Friday night, repeat. Saturday, wake up at 9. Marshall goes to the gym before that, then they go to a party bus all day long. Sunday, do it all over, like Sunday, fun day. Like, I can do one night a week, and that's really my max. But I wasn't even going to say that was my least favorite thing. My least favorite thing. Oh, wait, but now that you brought that up, I would just say, like I said, like, I'm OCD. Like, he's going to New York at 7 a.m. the next day. He's over here at my house till 11 p.m. It just stresses me out for you that you don't pack, you don't prepare. You are just so, like, in the moment, and it doesn't, I don't, like, hate that. It just stresses me out more than anything.
It stresses me out too.
Different in terms of organizational skills. I would say that. Your least favorite thing about me, probably that I boss you around.
Yeah, definitely.
But somebody's got to keep him in line. Sorry.
You'll see what I'm talking about.
favorite thing I would say, obviously, like, just hearing our story back, you're so outgoing, so friendly. I think you're a good connector for a lot of different friends to, like, all mesh together and you're the common denominator. Of course.
Whether it's good or bad.
Well, true. But I've met so many people because of Tristan. Just that we have the same personality, which is also scary, but it's just like...
scary. It's like girl form, boy form.
Right. And, you know, sometimes you go through this life and you're never going to meet somebody that, like, truly gets you. But I've told you this before, like, we are just in sync on, like, so many personality things, and it's just a lot of people don't get me, so it's nice to have somebody that 100% does.
It is really scary sometimes when we kind of sit back and realize and, like, think about how...
Like carbon copies of each other.
Right. And it can be really scary for most people that meet us together.
A little overwhelming. Your favorite thing about me? Hard to think of something, I'm sure.
I love how optimistic and happy you are to just go explore pretty much everywhere. Also just enjoy your personality, and you're always going to be there for me. No matter what I'm going through, no matter what I'm doing, kind of the good, bad, ugly, any moment of my life, like no matter what, like I know someone that I can call.
Love you, man.
Yeah.
Awesome, dude. Cool. Next question.
All right, Anonymous asked.
Anonymous?
It's
okay, Anonymous.
Favorite dish at Dagiana's. There's so many good options.
Yes.
I like our seasonal dishes. Marshall, you can answer this one too. I like our seasonal dishes, so personally the chicken, Christmas chicken fettuccine.
I was going to say the Christmas fettuccine is really good. I like the shrimp scampi.
I don't like the shrimp scampi.
You don't like that one?
The shrimp camping?
I like that one.
I don't like that one.
I like that one just because they have that extra flair that they always add it onto it, like after
That's
they
your
bake
favorite?
it.
The scripts are camping themselves too.
Oh
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
You have to pick a different one. What's your favorite?
You can't pick that one.
No.
You can't think of another one?
Next question.
Let's look on the
Oh, what are your go-to karaoke songs?
Oh, okay, say the user.
By Chloe I.
Chloe I. Hi, Chloe I. You know, my go-to karaoke song is Shut Up and Drive by Rihanna. And that one's kind of hard to sing. It gets me out of breath almost every time when you're doing it into the mic, but I just love it.
I know when that song's playing that it's going to be Channing. Or if I'm ever signing her up for karaoke, I know to do that one.
Shut Up and Drive.
I really love Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield.
Okay.
If you have kids, will you use/pass on your vocab to them?
I mean, for better or for worse, I think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, we will.
Like our kids will definitely like know a lot different of a terminology than most kids that are around growing up.
Right. I try to use it a lot on my niece and nephew, and my sister kind of gets a little bit mad. for some reason.
No, which is rude, Hannah.
It's almost like because they're still like developing and I'm kind of like confusing them. But
but they have a really fun time. Like the kids really love Tuk Tuk Jenkins.
They say you're Tuk Tuk Jenkins. They love that phrase.
So I love that they've already kind of taken on some of the terminology.
And we've got to pass it down to another generation.
Yeah,
Somebody
because if not,
has
we're going
to.
to lose it.
Exactly.
Catherine B asks if you have any fun trips that you have planned for the year, and she'll just be looking out for any trip-specific wedges.
Trip-specific wedges, I love that. I'm going to Indiana to visit Gabby A with Brooke and Alexa for Mom's Weekend, so the boys can't come. I'm doing that one without them. Yeah, we're supposed to go to Florida together in April, the beginning of April.
I just did New York, and then I'm going to Atlanta.
And for Coachella, if any of y'all want to send us.
Coachella, Sodi's birthday's coming up, Patricia's birthday's coming up. We have a lot of fun things in store for y'all, believe it or not.
I don't know what wedges are next, that's the thing. The medieval times when I had those, it kind of came to me and I just did it. Sometimes I plan them out in advance, so we'll see kind of what comes, honestly and realistically.
So yeah, next question. A bunch of people actually asked Trish what your favorite pair of wedges are.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
He
can't even think of it.
I can't even
He
think
doesn't
of
even
it.
remember any of them.
I really love the birthday wedges where we set those on fire. I thought that
The
was really
candles on
fun.
that.
Yeah, the country western wedges, the boots, those are really pretty to me. The Christmas ones where all the candy canes fell off by the end of the night, I really loved.
For me, right now my favorite are, and you helped me with these, are the Thanksgiving ones because they were the first ones that came to life with a little face on them with an eyes, the turkeys, and then the feathers in the back to kind of enclose my anklets were also also a nice touch.
I love the
Yeah, those are my favorite too.
Leaf It to Drew wants to start a gab with Miss Tristan, and I think that means he wants to start dating you. So do you have anything you would want to say to any potential suitors out there?
Oh yeah, people did ask about like y'all's dating life and like dating history, and if you want to.
It's so busy. There's just so many dates. It's like really hard to like pinpoint. You know, I really am this year trying to focus more time on actually going on real dates. A lot of the times, like I'm not really looking forward to them just because I hate having the same conversation about like over and over and over again. Like,
you do good with that. He puts himself out there and you go on like a lot of first dates from like the apps.
Yeah, it really doesn't make it over that second date. You know,
But you do a lot of first dates.
We do a lot of first, and we try it.
Yeah, I'm on Hinge, and it makes me almost feel seasick when I pull the app
Me
open.
as well.
So I have to close it out and shut it down pretty immediately, if not sooner. And I can't do the apps anymore. These two, like a certain app, I'll just leave it at that. It's only for some boys.
Talking about LinkedIn.
Thank y'all all for the questions.
Thank y'all.
I hope y'all like the pictures that I'm going to include in this. And we appreciate y'all's interest. Oh, a lot of people asked about a podcast. This is kind of like a trial run of like how it would be to like be in front of a camera and sit down. And
Let us know kind of what y'all would even want us to talk about.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, cause
topics or
sure as hell not dating, but you know, it could be about some challenges.
Yeah, anything else like that, feel free to kind of give us an envision of what you're picturing if we were to do a podcast. Also, y'all have to tell Tristan because it's hard to get this one to sit down and focus long enough to even film a video like this. So doing it on a weekly basis, we would have to get it on like a industrial size leash or something to pull him into a set somewhere.
Damn.
True, he's busy. He's Mr. Hollywood. Hey, he's the man who's got it all. Is he not? He is Mr. Hollywood, the man who has it all.
Stop.
So maybe we could kind of get something in the books later this year. I would love to do that.
Would too.
But anyway, I love you
And
all.
I'll be the moderator.
And he could moderate it. Y'all, we're so close to 5K on YouTube. It's at like 4.89 right now. So again, send this out to your friends, family, make multiple accounts under your name, whatever you need to do to kind of crunch those numbers. Because I have something exciting in mind for 5K. Love y'all all. Seriously, at the end of the day, thank you for tuning in. And thank y'all for kind of caring about our history and backstory and love story, etc. and everything like that.
Give y'all more soon. No, I mean,
we'd
there's
love
much more
to
to
share
come.
more, seriously.
We've got a lot.
Hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe on the video.
Good job.
You know, Channing's almost at 5K. I think she's about 150 people away. So share this with your friends, your family, and yeah.
Definitely, Marshall.
Definitely.
Thank you so much. Anything you want to say, Tristan?
No, love y'all so much. And we'll see y'all in the next one. I'm serious. Oh, I do want to shout out the girl who we met in New York who watches the vlogs and delivered us shots over to our table this weekend. Really, really appreciated that and love you.
That's so nice.
Sweet.
We love you. Seriously. So thank you for watching. And yay.